Hey everybody, welcome to a rather rainy day here in Kentucky. It is July 31st. We've got storms that are moving in, but that can't slow us down because you know what the old expression is, real beekeepers do it in the rain, right? So here we are. What are we doing today? Well, we've got feeders on each of the colonies with the Vivaldi boards. So I've got those top hive, well, what do they call them? Rapid feeders. So I've got sugar syrup here, and it's been a couple days. I need to refill all of the colonies. Sugar syrup. So I'm not going to spend too much time out here, but I figured I'd bring you guys along for the ride. So here we go. Let's get some syrup on these colonies. Okay, here we go. The good news is that there's no bees out because it's freaking raining. So I'm not going to promise this is going to be the greatest video because I'm in a hurry here. As you can see, the rain is coming down. And I forgot my hive tool. Hopefully that's not going to be an issue. But all I'm trying to do is quickly get syrup back on these colonies. A little bit of rain won't hurt them. Hopefully won't hurt me. So this is mostly 1-to-1 sugar syrup. It has the Hive Alive in it, which I'm really becoming a fan of. I'm a firm believer. Dave Hansberry turned me on to this stuff, and really seeing some, I guess, good results with some strong colonies using this syrup. But these Vivaldi boards is what I use for the wintertime. These are, you know, they function as my quilt boards, or I'm sorry, quilt boxes. But as you can see, they also give me the added advantage of feeding the colonies pretty easily without having to tie up a honey super, which is what I was doing the first couple years when I was beekeeping. Hopefully the camera's not getting flooded with water, but I need to get me one of those shirts. I was at Nobby, and Bob Benny had these coffee mugs and shirts that said, "Real beekeepers do it in the rain." So I think this qualifies, even though I'm not technically opening colonies, because they'd be really mad. And I would be too, I'm not going to lie. So we're going to move quickly here. This is where I forgot my hive tool. It's not helping me. It's stuck. All right, I'm going to pause the camera real quick and go get my hive tool. Good grief. Nothing like not being prepared, Josh. Way to go. All right, here we go. Yep, I was never getting that off. So yeah, I'll put a link in the description for these rapid feeders that I use. They call them like a, on Amazon, like a hummingbird feeder. I have no clue why, but they work really well for me. They work, the size is at least appropriate enough that you can put it in a nuke. If you need to feed a nuke, it's a good size for that. But they do a good job as far as being able to feed, refill without having to disrupt the hive, as you can see. So there's bees up here that can come get the syrup, but they're not in this area here such that they would be flying up in my face or anything. Now the downside of this is there's unpatrolled bee space, which means that you get ants in there and other insects, so on and so forth. Not a ton, but enough to where it can be kind of annoying. It doesn't matter really. There was a bunch of dead ants in that one. It's never really bothered me, or the bees for that matter. And they can get to the feed okay. This is not ideally when you want to be doing this. Huh. That's interesting. Hopefully this colony is okay. I'm just seeing a few dead bees in here, and I'm not seeing activity. So this is going to be a hive that I keep an eye on. Hopefully they're okay. All the syrup's gone, so that tells me they, you know, there's bees in here, but they may be clustered right now in this cooler temperatures. Or at least off to the side, I don't know. We'll find out when we come back and check on them, but it's interesting. Wasn't expecting that, so. We'll come back and check on a nicer day when they should be out flying, so. I'm going to peek at the Vivaldi entrance. Just see if I can see any bees. Wow. I don't see any swarms. Yeah. I don't know. Gonna have to watch that colony. This colony was in the process of requeening itself, which it may have already done by now. Time will tell. Yeah, and they look good up here, at least from the feeder. Oh, man. I want to find a better way to do this other than using this bucket. I think some sort of like small pump or something would work, but you got to be careful because, what did I say? Every time I'm out here, somebody's trying to call me, and I don't even know who that is. What was I saying? Oh, you got to be careful because with those pumps, it can cause a lot of syrup splashing. And this time of year, in the summer months, you do not want to splash a lot of syrup because it can set off robbing. So I need to find one that either I can switch on and off quickly with the nozzle open so it doesn't create a pressure splash when I first open the nozzle, or just a low flow rate pump that doesn't create a lot of pressure. Oh, man. Not ideal conditions, folks. Okay. I think that's it. I think that's enough for a video. Just wanted to show you real quick that real beekeepers do it in the rain, right? So I'm going to get to the rest of these colonies, get some syrup added, and yeah, actually, I'll show you what. There's one more thing I want to show you, and that is the pollen substitute that I have sitting out. So bear with me here. So my friend Laura Wilson had a great idea to use these Pro Nukes for pollen substitute. Let's dump that. But you can see it keeps the pollen sub dry in there. And the bees have been hitting that here in Kentucky recently. And so I thought this was a great idea. I just have pollen sub out here. And you don't have to worry about robbing with pollen substitute. You can, it doesn't set off robbing. So you can put it right in the middle of your apiary like this. And the bees, when it's flying weather, have been tearing this up. And then you get a nice rain like this, and you don't have to worry about your pollen substitute getting wet. So I don't have a better use right now for these Pro Nukes, so I figured, hey, let's go ahead and put them out here with some pollen substitute. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get through the rest of these colonies, add some more feed, and hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one, hopefully when it's a lot drier. God bless.